looks like a stage, but it's not. It's a pumping station in like San Jose, California. And it's underground. There's a reservoir up above, and they dug this tunnel down below, and they carved out this cavern in the granite so that the water pressure from the reservoir would come down to the pumping station hydraulic. But it looked like a gigantic soundstage on film, so it looked kind of hokey, but he did this cable decel fall of 100 feet. And I just going, nah, how do you do that? Just turn my brain off, pal. Just trust the cable.
All right, there's a question right down in front.
Ha. Did I like having a love interest at the end of Chuck? Yeah, Carrie Ann Moss is a beautiful lady. Very nice, very fun, super professional. It's tough when you come in and guest star on a show because you don't know what the sensibility is. For me, on Castle was pretty welcoming because it's Nathan and I knew a bunch of the crew members from other shows. So it was, and the script was just, okay. But Carrie Ann walked in and just owned it because she's a pro. Other people have insecurities about walking onto a show like that. She didn't, so that was great. It was nice to have a love interest that I run off into the sunset toward, as it were. What was the other part of the question? I'm sorry. Oh. I don't know if Joss has any ideas of doing that. It's really up to him. He's busy with Avengers now, which I hear is out of this world. I don't know if any of you have seen it. I know there have been some preview audiences that have, and just off the hook, so he's busy with that. So I don't think it'll ever come back as a TV show. That's pretty obvious speculation, but if it could be a cartoon, how hard would it be to do? I like doing voiceovers.
All right, right here in the white shirt.
You're so great at doing the tough guy and everything, so you have to be really emotional.
You think of something sad. It's really that simple. Yeah, if you want to do an emotion, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I think I'm just saying which is harder for
Which is harder, doing like tough guy or emotional? Huh. I enjoy being a tough guy. I don't like shedding a tear. The trick to doing a good emotional scene, and you'll see this for the people that do really good emotional scenes, is they never shed a tear. They'll well, but it won't fall. Or they'll maybe one. Because once you cry for the audience doesn't have to cry. That's the idea. So you just well up. But you really do have to think of something sad if you want to make it believable. So we load in these little secrets. Everyone has secrets. Sad secrets.
There's a question way over on the side there, yeah. Yep.
thanks for coming out, and I was wondering what's
I'll never work in this town again. Oh, other towns? Yeah. At this point, I don't know. I would like to work as Slaughter again, but now that can't be a regular on that show because the character just wouldn't fit as a regular. He could come back and swing by a few times. Well, okay. I'd like to do 100 episodes of Slaughter Rules. What a great title, too. Built-in title.
All right, in the middle with the necklace. Yes.
I actually wanted to know, specifically Marcus Thompson. He was a very evil business. How do you prepare yourself to play something like that?
I never played a villain. It's like thinking of something sad. You don't play it like a villain. You play it like you're a hero. You always have a point of view, and you're gonna enact that point of view. Just have a good time. If you're doing something that's evil, have a good time while you're doing it. This is for everyone. This is for the greater good. If you look at it that way, then one of my favorite bad guys is Alan Rickman in Die Hard. performance is evil, but it's just delicious to watch. So I aspire to that sort of performance when you can do that. Don't reach it, but that's what I try to create. Just how do I have fun being bad?
All right, I just got the 5-minute warning, so I have time for about 2 or 3 more questions tops. And we're gonna go back to this side of the room at the very back at the top. The one I can barely see you, yes.
I've got a Chuck-related question for you, Adam.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of each season, there was always the question of would the show come back. So each season, in a way, had almost like an ending that could be a series ending, it could need it to be. Of those, which was your favorite?
Of the cliffhanger endings?
Yeah.
I like the ending of 4 when Morgan is stuck with it in his head. See, I love Josh Gomez so much. He's such a good, funny, warm-hearted guy that, and I was really lucky to have him along there to play as Chuck had his Sarah. Frickin' Frack had Frickin' Frack in case. Jeff and Lester had Jeff and Lester. Yeah, Ellie and Awesome. So, I needed a bro interest. I drove you. But I mean, he's not tall. And I'm relatively tall, 6'4", so that worked out fun. So I would say season 4.
All right, there's a question between the 2 red shirts. Yeah.
Superman Doomsday, you actually voiced Superman. I was just wondering how it was to play such an iconic role.
The challenge for me with Superman was not being a student of the lore, and so it was challenging for the directors to remind me that this is Clark, and he's less of a tough guy but he's really tough. And so don't forget, he's just play acting at that. Where's the line? I kept asking myself, I see the truth and I see the justice part, but where's the American way? Did we drop that? Yeah, we gotta drop that for international purposes. Okay.
All right, in the middle, near the back.
How is it having Josh write a song for your character?
Yeah, I see what you did there. Ben Edlund wrote it. Next question. Oh gosh. No, it's on YouTube. It's never gonna get better than that.
All right, way up at the back.
Wait. This one right here is
All right.
very, very tall, and
Okay.
that the extension is what won you that one. No, not those. It's the eyes. Like
Verify. I'm wondering what it's like for Josh and who of the crew is your favorite?
Definitely not Summer. Set scapegoat. You may have heard that story. She was our set scapegoat. Anything ever went wrong, it was her fault. Summer! I'm gonna go with Nathan because he was our leader. He was the funniest guy, always carried the show on his shoulders. He had the biggest workload. And there was another guy, unsung hero, Alan Easton. He was the cameraman, and he was a cop in his spare time. He was affiliated with, he was a cop, but he had moved on to cinematography. He would carry that big old Panaflex camera, 35mm, on his shoulder because most of the show is handheld. And that's just yeoman's work. That guy was a rock. So he was Alan Easton. He was one of our great unsung heroes. But Nathan was the funniest.
And
Or-
Edmonton.
And an Edmontonian. That's nice.
All right, our last question goes to the blonde at the back, waving your arm. Way up there.
Are you doing anything tonight?
I see what you did there.
We're having a party.
Oh, where's the party? What's the party? What is the party? Oh, I thought. Oh, so this is sort of an impromptu get-together. Ah.
Well, on that note,
Wait. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's 2:45. Just enough time. I don't have any plans except maybe to find a nice meal, and I think there are some other get-togethers that people have been handing me a couple of cards. I don't know if I'll be able to get to all of them, but I'll find my way to some of them. How's that? I know. Anyway, wait.
thank you all.
In closing, I just want to say thank you very much for a lovely hostess and hostesses, and Calgary and all that. And, God, what do I say? I would like to come back and see Calgary Flames in the cup soon. All right? Go